15th you see, pump on the ground floor of a building can pump up water to fill a tank of volume 30 meter cube in 15 minutes. If the tank is 40 meter above the ground and the efficiency of the pump is 30%, how much electric power is consumed by the pump? So what they are asking, see here, 15, volume is 30 meter cube they gave. So mass is equal to volume into density. 30 into density of water will be 1000 kg per meter cube. So it becomes 30,000 kg. This much water you should fill in the tank. And what they are giving in the time of height is 40 meter. Time is 15 minutes time. 15 into 60. This value will be 900 seconds. Power is how much? Only 30% power is utilized. So what you have to take is here 30p by 100 is equal to mgh by t we have to take, and all values are given here. So this is 30p by 100 is equal to m value 30,000, g value 9.8, h value is 40, time value will be 900. If we calculate that value, finally how much we will get here is P is equal to 130.7 into 10 cube divided by 130.7 divided by 3. So this value will be 43.56 into 10 cube, 43.56 kilowatt. This is the power. Okay. 16th question. Two identical ball bearings in contact with each other and resting on a frictionless table are hit head-on by another ball bearing of same mass moving initially with a speed of v. If the collision is elastic, which of the following is a possible result after collision? Simple only. Here one ball bearing is there. Here another ball bearing is there. These two are at rest. Identical ball bearings. Masses is same. Here one more identical ball bearing is there. All are having the same masses. These two are at rest. This is at rest. This is at rest. Both are at rest. It is moving with velocity v, and it is moving and collided this one, second one, elastically. This first ball bearing collided second one elastically. What will happen? That is the question. Here collision between these two will be elastic. Masses are same. Then what will happen? This will, then velocities will exchange. First will comes to rest. Second will moves with the velocity of this. When it came and collided with this, it will come to rest. First will comes to rest. Second will moves with a velocity of v. Then second has collided the third. This is also elastic collision. Then what will happen? Second will comes to rest. Third will moves with the velocity v. So if we observe this, possible options here will be first will comes to rest, second will also comes to rest. This is first, this is second, it will be at rest, it will be at rest. Third will moves with the velocity of v. That will happen. So second will be the correct answer according to the given options. Second will be the correct. Okay. Next, see the next question, 17. The bob of a pendulum released from 30 degrees to the vertical hits another bob B of same mass at rest on a table as shown in the figure. How high does the ball A will rise after collision? Neglect the size of the bobs and assume the collision is elastic. What they are asking, see. Seventeen. Here there is a bob. Okay, and its mass is m. It is at the point A. Here on the ground, another identical mass is there. It is at the point B. This is released. Here it is there, like that you consider. This angle will be 30 degrees. Here it is released. When it is released, it came and collided with this. Then what will happen to this? That is the collision. If the collision is elastic, that is the question. So here what we had to do is, masses are same, na? Collision is elastic. So A will come here and it will comes to rest. When A comes to here, it will have some velocity. Na? With that velocity, this ball B will move. Point is clear. Here A is at rest. This mass is at rest. When it is released, it will have some velocity when it came to here. With some velocity, this first ball I am assuming hits the second ball. Then what will happen? Masses are same and collision is elastic. It is at rest actually. Then A will comes to rest. Its velocity will comes to first. So A will comes to rest and B will moves with the velocity of A. Understand? Here masses are same and collision is elastic. So first ball came to rest and second ball moves with velocity of first ball. Second ball moves with the velocity of first ball. Clear? That is about 17. Next 18 you see. What they are asking, see, The bob of a pendulum is released from a horizontal position. If the length of the pendulum is 1.5 meter, what is the speed with which the bob arrives at the lowest point, given that it dissipates 5% of its total energy against air resistance? Okay, so simple. A body bob is connected with the help of a string and it is horizontal. Length of the string is 1.5. It is released from here. When it came to ground, I am assuming this is the ground, what will be its velocity if it loses 5% of its energy? Here it is at some height. This height is nothing but 1.5 meter. This is 1.5 means this will be also 1.5 meter. Bob is at a height of 1.5 meter. It is released from there. At reaching to the ground, what will be its velocity? They mentioned it loses 5% of its energy. Here total energy will be in the form of potential energy. Here total energy is in the form of kinetic energy. Because there is no height, there will be no potential energy. So from LCE means law of conservation of energy. From law of conservation of energy, total energy at A is equal to total energy at B. This is PE at A plus KE at A is equal to PE at B plus KE at B. This KE is 0. This is PE will be 0. So 95% of mgh plus 0 is equal to 0 plus half mv square. KE 0 here. Here PE is 0. This is 0. This is 0. In this, how much is converted into velocity? Means 95% only. 5% is wasted. Both sides mm will cancel. V square is equal to V square by 2. 95 by 100. G value 9.8 into 1.5. From this 5 19s, 5 20s will cancel, 2 10s will cancel. So V square is equal to 19 by 10 means 1.9 into 9.8 into 1.5. From that, if we calculate V value, multiplying and squaring, taking square root, we'll get this value as, this multiplication value will be V is equal to square root of 27.93. This value 5.28 meter per second. That is its velocity. Next, problem number 19, you see what they are asking. A trolley of mass 300 kg carrying a sandbag of 25 kg is moving uniformly with a speed of 27 kmph on a frictionless track. After a while, sand starts leaking out of a hole on the floor of the trolley at the rate of 0.005 kg per second. What is the speed of the trolley after the entire sandbag is empty. Nothing will happen to the speed. So what is the question? Let it be. Question is like this. There is a trolley. This trolley is moving on a horizontal surface. This trolley is having some sandbag like this. Maybe, let it be. This sandbag is having a hole. That's why sand is leaking into the trolley floor only. Remember, that is important. It is not falling on the ground. It is falling on where? It is falling on the trolley floor only. So whether sandbag is in the trolley or this sandbag is completely emptied also, here sand will come. Sand will be the sandbag or sand will be there in the trolley itself. So there will be no change in the velocity of that trolley. Write down. So question number 19. Sand is leaking into the trolley only. It is not falling on the ground. So there is no change in mass of trolley. There will be no change in the mass of the trolley. Therefore, velocity of trolley will not change. Velocity of trolley will not change. 19. With 20 we will stop. That 21, 22 little bit lengthy problems. No need, just 20 you do because you are in the first year. That is enough only. Paper setting also little bit easy only for the first year. Too much lengthy difficulty problems not required. We'll leave that from 21, 22, 23. We'll leave that. Okay. This is the last problem. 20. A body of mass 0.5 kg travels in a straight line with a velocity v is equal to a into x power 3 by 2, where a is equal to 5 meter power minus 2 second inverse. What is the work done by the net force during its displacement from x is equal to 0 to x is equal to 2? So 20 question you see, they gave V is equal to A into x power 3 by 2. A value they gave it as 5. So this value 5 into x power 3 by 2. Okay. Then what is the work done by the net force? So at x is equal to 0. I am assuming velocity is v1. So 5 into 0 power 3 by 2. This will be 0. At x is equal to 2 meter. velocity I am assuming v2 5 into 2 power 3 by 2. So this is 5 into 2 power 3 by 2 means 2 root 2. This is 10 root 2. 10 into 1.414. 14.14 meter per second velocity. Then find the work done. Work done is equal to change in the kinetic energy. We know half mv2 square minus half mv1 square. M value they gave it as 0.5, or you keep like this only, calculation will be bit easy. You keep here this one. This is 10 root 2 whole square minus 0 square. So how much this is? 1 by 2, 0.5, 100 into 2, 2 will cancel. This value will be 50 joules. Work done is equal to 50 joules. Okay. With this part will completed. Problems also successfully we completed. Some little bit depth problems will be there. Focus on that. Repeatedly listen 2-3 times. Definitely it will reach us. Directly if it reaches, it's very good. 1 or 2 problems, little bit difficulty is there. Listen 2-3 times. Definitely it reaches to you. We'll start the neat part, objective part on this. Like this, one chapter is completed on that objective part. One chapter is completed on that objective part. Simultaneously we will go. We'll stop this one now.